All right, everybody, what's going on? And welcome to today's edition of Swag Talk, the show where we cover the swag inside and out. Of course, I'm your tour guide around the swag. See what else coming at you. And we're just gonna hop in real quick with a little Celebration Bowl recap. Man, we're not gonna spend a lot of time on this. I'm probably gonna do another show for Wednesday to go over some more things that's taking place because the portal is hot and heavy. There's a lot of guys, even Jackson State. There's a big transfer from Southern at the quarterback position. So I want to be able to share my thoughts on that and maybe even do a couple more recaps before I get out of here for my little holiday break. So this is, like I said, this is going to be a little quick hitter, man. Get in, get out. We're going to just talk about the game and everything else that came after it. And before it, we'll talk about that on another show. So I wanted to get a game, a couple minutes of light to show the respect that the game deserves. So, man, what a game, man. Like I said, this was, and you look at a winner-take-all game, this is what you want. 9-2 North Carolina Central, 12-0 Jackson State, winner-take-all. Winner is the undisputed swag champion. And this game was knocked down, drag-out brawl, man, from start to finish. Overtime game, tough play for Hayden Hagler, man. Hey, prayers, thoughts up with you, man. Keep your head up. Those kind of things happen. But let's talk about the game, man. Let's go ahead and get into this. Check out the socials. Facebook is Swag Talk, Instagram Swag Talk, Twitter Swag Talk 76. Like the video, share them. Make sure you subscribe if you haven't done so already. If you have, man, thank you. Let somebody else know to subscribe and hit that like button, man. Hit that like button. Get these likes up, and let's continue to rock and roll, man. So 41-34 North Carolina Central pulls out the victory in overtime, man. What a game, man. It was crazy affair. North Carolina Central actually scored the first 10 points. They scored first on a field goal from 32 yards out. Then Davius Richard, who's a bad man, 4-yard touchdown run. Hey, first and foremost, man, when I found out that dude was from Belgrade, Florida, man, they don't breed nothing but dogs in the muck, man. So when I seen that kid was from the muck, hey, I was like, man, he gonna ball out one way or the other, win or lose. And guys that come from Belgrade, Pokey, all those areas around there, they ballers, man. So I knew he was gonna bring it. But JSU, offense came to play. The defense had a little bit of a tough time, but this was what you wanted. Jackson State got on the board with a 24-yard pass from Shedeur Sanders to DJ Stevens. That made the score 10-7. Kevin Coleman caught an 85-yard pass from Shedeur Sanders. Extra point good to get JSU a 14-10 lead. Right before the let's see, with about 3:51 left in the second quarter, Jamari Taylor ran a 10-yard run for North Carolina Central. Extra point good, 17-14. With 30 seconds left in the first half, Shedeur Sanders scores on a 7-yard run. Extra point good. JSU goes into the break up 21-17. Third quarter, 5:45 left. Quentin McCall catches a 12-yard pass from Davius Richard. Extra point was no good, 23-21. The Eagles will get a field goal with 23 seconds left in the third quarter to make the score 26-21. Then Travis Hunter will catch an 18-yard pass from Shedeur Sanders. 2-point conversion, no good, 27-26. Latrell Collier will get a 7-yard touchdown run for North Carolina Central. Extra point, 2-point conversion was good, 34-27. And then with no time left in the game, in regulation, Travis Hunter will get the 19-yard pass from Shedeur Sanders. Extra point good. We tied up at 34. We go into overtime. Davius Richard scores first for North Carolina Central on a 1-yard run. Extra point good, 41-34. And then JSU would get the ball down to about the 3-yard line, third and goal. Hayden Hagler drops a pass. Tough situation for him, but he dropped a catchable ball. And then Shedeur overthrew receiver on fourth down, and Central got the dub. Let's go ahead and look at some of the stats real quick, man, before we get up out of here. Because like I said, I'm not going to be in too long. 24 first downs apiece. Jackson State, 68 yards on the ground, 2.7 yards per carry, 1 touchdown. Central did a great job on them. North Carolina Central, 276 on the ground, 6.3 yards per carry on 44 carries, 4 touchdowns. All those numbers are like season highs for JSU defense. 349 through the air for Jackson State, 30 of 41, 4 touchdowns, no interceptions. 206 through the air for Central, 16 of 21, One touchdown, no interceptions. 417 total offense for Jackson State. 66 plays, 6.3 yards per play. They fumbled twice and lost one. They had 6 penalties for 55 yards. 482 yards for the Eagles. 65 plays, 7.4 yards per play. They had one fumble, didn't lose it. They had 8 penalties for 86 yards. This game was very, very chippy. It was a couple of times it looked like the game might get out of control. Referees finally was able to keep things under lock and key. 40.5 yard punt average for Jackson State, 38.3 for North Carolina Central. JSU punted 4 times, the Eagles punted 3. 21 minutes and 51 second time of possession for Jackson State. 5 of 12 on third down, 2 or 3 on fourth down. They were 3 for 4 in the red zone. They had 1 sack. So Central did a great job of resisting JSU's pressure, and that really made this game manageable for them. 4 extra points for Jackson State, no field goals attempted. 38:09 time of possession for the Eagles. 4 of 11 on third down, 2 of 2 on fourth down, 7 of 7 in the red zone. 2 sacks for the Eagles, 3 of 4 on field goal, on extra points, and 2 for 2 on field goals. Some individual numbers. Shedeur Sanders, 30 of 40 for 349, 4 touchdowns, no interception, 2 sacks. Davius Richards, 15 of 20, 175 yards, 1 touchdown, no interception, 1 sack. E.J. Hicks, 1 for 1 for 31 yards. They broke out the trick plays, fake punt, Philly special, double reverse pass. Man, they put out all the stops in this game, as you do in a big game like this. Savion Wilkerson, 15 carries for JSU for 52 yards. J.D. Martin, 1 for 17. Collier led the Eagles with 17 carries for 94 yards and a touchdown. He averaged 5.8 yards per carry. Davis Richard, 22 carries for 97 yards and 2 touchdowns. Kyle Morgan had 1 for 43 on a fake punt. Jamori Taylor, 4 for 38 and a touchdown. Kevin Coleman led JSU with 7 catches for 137 yards and 1 touchdown. Shane Hooks, 7 for 70. Travis Hunter, 4 for 47 and 2 touchdowns. Stevens, 3 for 43 and a touchdown. Daniels, 3 for 26. Martin, 1 for 10. Big fourth down conversion on that 10-yard catch. Rico Powers, 1 for 9. Wilkerson, 2 for 8. E.J. Hicks led the Eagles with 3 catches for 84 yards. Collier, 5 for 40. Richard, 1 for 31. McCall, 3 for 26 and a touchdown. Smith, 3 for 13. Twan Flip, 1 for 12. Tackles, Miller led JSU with 11 tackles. Williams with 10. Davis with 6 tackles for loss. Williams, Davis, Miller, Brown, and Huggins each had 1. And 1 sack was by Williams. Forced fumble was by Miller. And interceptions, none. Central was led in tackles by Khalil Baker with 10. Chambers with 9. Urine with 7. Smith with 6 tackles for loss. Hudson, Brown, Brevard each had 1. Warrior and Mallet had a half a tackle for loss apiece. 1 sack for Brown, a half a sack for Warrior, and a half a sack for Mallet. Forced fumble was by Hudson. Recovery was by Smith. So, like I said, man, this game was everything that it needed to be, man. This was a very, very entertaining game. Physical game, man. You know, a lot of hard hitting, a lot of big plays. You know, both teams trading blows like a heavyweight fight. Central was able to withstand JSU's punch and delivered a couple more body blows than JSU could. And they made JSU 0-2 in Celebration Bowl, made the SWAC 1 for 6 in the Celebration Bowl. So, you know, we're going to talk about, you know, whether, you know, this matchup favors the MEAC, regardless of who goes, and who you know, does the time off hurt the SWAC? Does the time off help the MEAC? We'll talk about all of that in another show. I just wanted to come on and give my little recap of this game, man. What a crazy game, man. All the other, you know, outside noise and stuff, you know, kind of pales in comparison to the game. I think a lot of people overshadowed the game with all the outside stuff, but I think this game stood on its own. So I just wanted to show the game a little bit of props before we talk about anything else on our next show. Our next show, we'll talk about the portal, and I'll share my thoughts on, you know, if this matchup favors the SWAC or the MEAC, regardless of who goes, and anything else that comes up in the next day or so. So with that being said, man, I'm Tour Guy Sewell signing out, man. Y'all have a good rest of your day, and we'll catch y'all next show. Quick note, no SWAC smoke this week, man. I'm gonna be on vacation. for about a few days going up north. So I'll be gone till next week. So we'll jump back on our regular scheduled programming next week. But I'm gonna drop a show probably for tomorrow, probably for Wednesday, and maybe one for Sunday. I haven't figured that out yet, but keep your tabs out. Hit that notification bell so you know when these videos drop. So with that being said, man, I'm up out of here. Y'all have a good day, and I'll catch y'all on the rebound. Peace.